Hey collectors, Anthony from Mastersnet here, and today we're taking a look at Transformers Age of the Primes, the 13 Prima Prime. And you can see a lot of gray there, but before we take a look at them, let's take a look at the box. And inside the box came a instruction sheet and don't hurt yourself paper, so remember, don't hurt yourself. And of course the box here with Prima in both forms. And yeah, there you go. And comes with this thing here, which I'll show you in a sec, and then more Primes. Okay. So, Prima did come with the sword here, and of course it has a matrix attached to it. And the sword does come in two parts. Once you attach it, or at least mine is, it's pretty much stuck on there. But supposedly the matrix comes off because you need to get it into the chest of Prima. And this one is being a jerk. There we go, okay. So basically what it looks like without the sword. So Prima's chest opens up and you throw the matrix in. Voila! So let's take a closer look at Prima. Opening hands, of course, fun stuff. As a Voyager, you expect at least that. But yeah, there's a lot of white and gray. Not quite sure how to display the pauldrons. Kind of upwards, I mean, it's my thought anyway. And yeah, pretty good. Got tires in the back. There's no real gaps. I mean, the tires are kind of necessary for conversion, but otherwise, yeah, pretty good. This one's tight. It's like, there's really no real complaints here. I thought at first maybe the shoulders were a problem with the front or back, the way it stays together, because obviously I had to convert it to figure out the conversion, but no, everything is just tight on this guy, which is great. As you saw, a pain in the butt to get some things apart, but, you know, otherwise, perfectly fine, and, yeah, so, works out rather nicely. So let's get the conversion here. So, the arm split, and I am confused about how the roll is. Basically, you hold this piece and roll the rest. Arms just do this, and, see if I can duplicate that. Hold this piece and roll the rest. Here we go, and then fold the arm in. Make sure the hand is closed. Yeah, otherwise that's pretty much it for right now. There is like some positioning, but it's easier to do when you have the conversion pretty much done. I'm gonna try to see if I can remember exactly the closest part of it. Yeah, so because this ends up making like the side panel of the vehicle mode. So pull the backpack off, and you're gonna see them basically like this. And I'm gonna pull the. Well, actually, you know what? Before I do that, I'm gonna make sure that the back is as far as I can, and then flip this. Then I will rotate the tires out because they're on pins. And then the head only goes one way. There's a slot and a clip here, and you gotta roll it back. And as long as you get it into place, it should be fine. It doesn't necessarily lock in per se. So this is where a lot of confusion for me was exactly trying to figure out how to get the front of the vehicle to form, because the bottom part, the legs, is simple. It's the top part is like, how do I get this to where I need it to close this up? And my comparison is kind of like Soundwave, the Netflix version, to get the front bits lined up so you can close the front panel. And I think that's the approach I'm going to take here, is I'm basically going to slide these to the point that these tabs, if you can see them on here, are where you need them over here. And I'm going to pull out the pauldrons and see if you kind of get where I'm going here, because these need to line up and they need to close in on here. Now mine are super tight, but once they're in, that makes the job a whole lot easier. And as you see, you already got the front of the vehicle. So we're going to continue to make sure that this is like this, and this is like this, because you're going to form the side of the vehicles, and you make sure they're lined up perfectly. Otherwise, you're going to rub against the tire. So essentially, we're going to kind of close it like this, and we're going to leave it like this for a second. So we need to do the feet. So we're going to pull the toes forward and shimmy the feet out. And we're going to do this. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. Okay. Push the foot in. And then once we get this far, we should be able to kind of latch them into here, as you see on the side here. And that is it for that. And then we can attach the knees, and we can get that done and fold this in. Now, this is because this is loose, it makes it a little bit easier to do this, because as you see here is how it combines. And before you go, oh, it's not perfectly, this is how it is. It's the tires and the way it lines up, it's kind of at this weird angle, and you just have to make sure that the body isn't turned in any way, because what we're doing is we're hoping that the arms will kind of hold the stability together. And so that's what we're going to do right now, is the arms go into here. There's slots you slide your arm into right here, and they're doing a lot of the heavy lifting. And then you can close the pauldrons, and you got visible head syndrome. And that is the vehicle mode. Now, honestly, the front tire isn't really touching, and I'm not sure if I did something wrong, or maybe the configuration is slightly off. But technically, these should be here. Oh, actually, that kind of fixed it. Okay. I was having the problem earlier, and I wasn't quite sure, but I was using also a frictionless surface. So that might have been my problem, but it looks pretty good. And before we attach this to show you where you can go, it kind of reminds me of Bumblebee Movie Ratchet. There's a B movie. Yeah, it's the one with Jerry Seinfeld. The Ratchet was in it. Yeah. Now, the Bumblebee Movie Ratchet, as far as the Cybertronian-esque design is concerned, but a visible robot head right there. Hi, how you doing? But yeah, you could just attach this anywhere. The peg, I should say, on here is kind of loose for me. It doesn't matter where I attach it; it's still going to be loose. So, but you can just do that, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Not as complicated as I thought it was at first look. Definitely, Solus Prime was a lot more of a issue. Also, Solus Prime had a problem with joints and stuff, but Prima kind of makes up for it. He's tight in all the right places. He's just a little particular about how you connect things together.
With that said, tell me in the comments your thoughts on this video. Did you like what you saw, and how was your experience with it? If you would like to see more, check out the on-screen recommendation. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel to keep up to date with our latest content. Thanks for watching.